What's up, Cowboys Nation? Big-time news coming out of the heart of Texas, and today, we've got a seismic shift on the offensive line that could completely redefine the Dallas Cowboys' 2025 campaign. Strap in, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed, because this is one of the most exciting developments in the Cowboys' offseason. Jack Conklin, one of the NFL's premier right tackles, is officially joining the Dallas Cowboys in what could be one of the smartest, most strategic moves the front office has made in years to protect their franchise quarterback, Dak Prescott. That's right, the same Jack Conklin who's been a bruiser in the trenches for years, who's played at an all-pro level, and who brings not only power but technique, leadership, and experience to a position that the Cowboys desperately needed to reinforce. And it's not just a flashy signing. This is a calculated, forward-thinking move that addresses one of the team's biggest needs. Let's take a moment to really dive into why this signing is massive, not just in the literal sense, though Conklin's 6'6", 308-pound frame definitely makes him a mountain of a man, but in what it means strategically, culturally, and for the overall future of this Dallas Cowboys team. First off, let's talk about the state of the offensive line. For the last couple of seasons, the Cowboys' O-line has been a bit of a mixed bag. There's been moments of brilliance, especially when Tyron Smith and Zach Martin are healthy and playing at elite levels, but injuries, age, and inconsistency have slowly eroded what was once the most feared line in the NFL. Tyron, the anchor at left tackle for so many years, has battled injuries season after season. Zach Martin, though still dominant, is no longer the young core leader he once was. Add to that the departures and rotating pieces at center and right tackle, and you've got a unit that Doc couldn't always trust to give him a clean pocket or the kind of run blocking that lets the offense set the tone. Enter Jack Conklin, a two-time first-team All-Pro. Conklin brings pedigree, experience, and tenacity. When he's healthy, he's one of the most technically sound right tackles in the game. His footwork, hand placement, and ability to anchor against power rushers make him a nightmare for defensive ends. And he's not just a pass protector. Conklin thrives in the run game. His ability to get to the second level, combo block with tight ends or guards, and open up lanes on the edge is going to pay huge dividends for guys like Tony Pollard and any other backs in the Cowboys stable. Think about this: one of the biggest criticisms of the Cowboys' offense last season was its predictability and lack of punch in key moments. Whether it was failing to convert on third and short or getting overwhelmed by aggressive defensive fronts in key games, the O-line struggled when it mattered most. Bringing in Conklin addresses that problem head-on. It tells the league, we're not just relying on scheme or hope. We're building a wall in front of our quarterback, brick by brick. And let's be honest, Dak Prescott needs this. The 2024 season saw Doc putting up solid numbers, but there were too many games where pressure disrupted the rhythm, forced him into hurried throws, or led to drive-killing sacks. We saw it especially in games against top-tier defenses: the Eagles, the Niners, even divisional matchups where Dallas was just a couple of key blocks away from flipping the outcome. Doc is a quarterback who, when protected, can carve up defenses. He's accurate, mobile enough, and experienced. Give him time, and he'll find CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson, or whoever else is out there running routes. And now, with Conklin locking down that right side, defenses are going to have to think twice before sending pressure. They won't be able to just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. This signing also has a ripple effect across the rest of the line. It gives the Cowboys flexibility. They can move younger guys like Tyler Smith around more freely. Maybe shift him to his natural guard spot, or let him compete at left tackle if Tyron Smith continues to miss time. Zach Martin can focus on being the interior anchor, knowing he's flanked by a guy with real chops. Suddenly, the line starts to look a lot more like the elite unit we had a few years ago. And it's not just about talent, it's about attitude. Conklin is a tone setter. He plays with an edge. He's not just out there to block, he's out there to dominate. Watch the tape. When Conklin's engaged, he finishes plays. He plays through the whistle. He brings a level of intensity that's contagious, and that's something this locker room will appreciate. And don't forget, Mike McCarthy knows the importance of strong line play. His Green Bay offenses were at their best when Aaron Rodgers had protection. Now, he's doubling down on that philosophy with this move. You don't make this kind of signing unless you're serious about a deep playoff push. Speaking of playoffs, let's talk stakes. The window for this current Cowboys core isn't getting any wider. Dak is in his prime. CeeDee Lamb is becoming a top 5 wide receiver in the league. The defense, led by Micah Parsons, is already championship caliber. But offense wins playoff games by sustaining drives, chewing clock, and making big plays under pressure, and none of that happens without an O-line that can hold its ground. Conklin gives them that. He gives them peace of mind in big moments, third and long, red zone trips, late game drives. And let's look at the division. The Eagles and Giants both have fearsome pass rushers. The Commanders are quietly building a dangerous front seven. Every NFC East matchup is a war in the trenches. You don't survive that without guys like Conklin who can go toe-to-toe with the best. And beyond the field, think about the message this sends. The Cowboys front office has often been criticized for being too conservative in free agency, for relying too much on drafting and development. But this move shows aggression. It shows urgency. It shows they believe in this team, in this season. They're not waiting around for the stars to align, they're making their own path. And fans are taking notice. Social media's been blowing up since the announcement. Cowboys Twitter is hyped, former players are reacting, analysts are saying this could be the move that pushes Dallas over the top. And I've got to agree. Because when you look at this roster now, there are fewer holes than ever before. The skill positions are loaded. The defense is stacked. The coaching staff has continuity. And now, with the addition of Conklin, the offensive line has the potential to be a strength again. This isn't just a good signing, it's a smart, strategic, win-now signing. Of course, there are questions. Conklin did have an injury in 2023, and durability has been a concern. But the Cowboys medical staff did their homework. They're confident he's back at full strength, and Conklin has been grinding this offseason. The reports out of training camp so far are glowing. He's moving well, integrating with the line, and bringing that veteran presence you can't teach. And one more thing, this move helps the entire offense, not just Dak. The run game is going to open up. The play-action pass will be more effective. The tight ends get more space to operate. Even the receivers benefit because Dak will have time to go through full progressions. It's the domino effect of great line play. So here's the bottom line. Cowboys fans, Jack Conklin joining the Dallas Cowboys is one of the most important offseason moves this franchise has made in the last 5 years. It's a calculated, high-upside move that could be the missing piece for a deep playoff run. It gives Dak Prescott the protection he needs. It energizes the offensive line. It strengthens the team's identity. And it shows that the Cowboys aren't just aiming to win the NFC East, they're coming for the entire league. If you're excited about this move, let me know in the comments. Do you think this makes the Cowboys the favorites in the NFC? How will this impact Dak's performance? What does it mean for the future of the offensive line? Let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your fellow Cowboys fans. The 2025 season is already heating up, and if this move is any indication, Dallas is getting ready to make a serious run for that 6th Lombardi trophy. I'll be here every step of the way bringing you the latest updates, analysis, and all the hype you can handle. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!